Hello, people. Good to have you here. Always good to have you here. Let's talk about microphones today. What are microphones? Microphones are devices that actually capture the sound. Capture the sound. Since we're speaking about singers, so the very first sound your voice is. This is what captures your voice. And to every engineer, it's important actually what captures. What do I mean? The kind of, everything begins from the capturing. If it's properly captured, your engineer is happy. So very good microphones are recommended, but we're not going there. So let's just stick with, microphones. There are several kinds of, when I mean kinds of microphones for different purposes. There is the unidirectional microphone, we can say the cardioid pattern. And then there is the bidirectional cardioid pattern records, from just one spot from the front of the microphone. It's usually heart shaped, and it's designed to just, primarily pick up from the front of the microphone. And then the bidirectional microphone has two different sides where it picks up from. Don't forget, bi picks up from two different sides. And then there is the omnidirectional microphone. The omnidirectional microphone, or the multi-directional microphone, like some would say, that's used to record choirs. Several people stand and then it will just speak. So that's that. But for today, we're going to be speaking about the cardioid pattern. That one that the singers use, handheld, like handheld, So what happens when you don't hold the microphone properly? Sound is either lost or muffled. I'm going to be showing you some examples with a microphone, and then how to hold the microphone, and then so you can enhance your singing. So with me here is a microphone, a cardioid pattern microphone. It's a cordless microphone, meaning that there's no cables, attached to it. Of course, there is a transmitter or receiver somewhere that helps the process. That's not where we're going. Okay, so this microphone is a handheld microphone, like handheld microphone. Okay, however you want to hold it, like this, like this, like this. However, just be comfortable. Different strokes, different folks. Just make sure you're comfortable. But what I'm interested in is how far should it be from your mouth? Okay, I know there are microphones that are designed for different purposes, but hey, the ones that are very much around, pretty much around, are the ones that you should work with. So 2 or 3 inches from your mouth is recommended. 2 or 3 inches from your mouth is recommended. If you're singing naturally, you're just singing okay. And then if you're singing soft to that, see. But if you have to scream, really, like if you have to shout, you can't do this. Ah! You have everybody in the hall doing this, and you don't want that when you're singing, distracting. So what you do is when you're screaming or you have to scream, take the microphone away from your mouth. How far it is from your mouth is determined by how loud your scream is, So you're doing yeah. And then so you find people clown like you're doing and the person is already keeping the microphone here. You can't, So how far it is how loud your scream. And then if you're singing soft, please take it close. What does this do? If you're singing soft and you bring it close, so what happens is that you sound close to the people. There are techniques you use that you don't have to be loud with. So, you sound close to the people. And if you're singing, you're screaming, and then you do this, you sound good and far. Noise, somebody screams and shouts and the person is far, feels okay, at least is fine. So if you have to scream or belt, take the microphone far, and then when you're done, come back this way. So practicing this, with respect to what you're producing. Don't do this when you're not singing out loud. I've seen some people just do, hey, you don't need that. You don't need that. That's you clowning. And then if you do, no. This like this is not good. Please don't do this. The sound is properly muffled. I know there are rap stars that do this. What you may not understand is that there's still space here. They are not doing this. They might be doing this, So don't just watch and then from that way you think this is what they are doing. No. But practice this. It's easier to just cope with, okay? And then make your engineer happy. Now let's speak about caring for the microphone. This microphone helps you, this microphone does you good, that should also be reciprocated. What do I mean? Care for this microphone. Take care of it like this is what helps you. This is your tool, your own tool. What the guitar is to the guitarist is what this is to you. I'll say it again. What the guitar is to the guitarist is what this microphone is to you. This is your tool. This is your own instrument. You must care for this microphone. I have here a mic screen. A screen is just used to take care of plosives. So the sound is still clean. When you do power, so this just cuts some of the energy, some of the weight. Takes care of it so that you don't sound terrible. More like, so this has its function, and because everybody uses this microphone might have served the entire event. I mean, one person finishes singing and the other one is singing, and there's plenty of discharge. Everybody is just speaking into the microphone. The microphone has collected. When I say collected, the microphone has actually has collected. So there's so much virtue on this microphone after every service, and that virtue, trust me, must be washed off, so this microphone can be ready for the next service. No virtue, that virtue should not be carried to the next service. You know what I mean? When you get a microphone from somebody and you're struggling with what you're perceiving, and then you have a message to pass. Every singer knows this is not funny. You need all the concentration you can get, and you need to be as good as possible. So you don't need to be struggling with foul smell, bad smell, odor from here, and then because of stale virtue, quote and unquote, you know what I mean? So this needs to, you can take this off and then just wash it gently and then put it back for every service, or better still, change it for every service. And then please ensure that while holding this microphone, you want to drop it gently. This microphone should never, never fall from your hand. It doesn't feel the same way after. Something might just shift inside, the capsule might just shift, and you don't want that happening, because you can lose this microphone. Of course, they can fix it, but it won't be the same. So you don't want to lose this microphone. And what if it falls at the beginning of the service? You don't have what to use for that very service. So what am I saying? Be as careful as you can be, as possible with this microphone. Treat it like it has value, because it actually does. So care for this microphone like you would care for yourself, because this is how you're going to be heard. This is what makes the people appreciate your singing, and the engineer too. This is what makes him happy. So please take care of this microphone. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Well, the tips that you have heard are common tips, but we all know about common tips. They are the most neglected tips. So I just thought to share, and then so we can just be good around, and then ensure that we get better at the very little things that people tend to neglect. So please like, share, comment, and then be sure to visit again so you can get more tips. Thank you very, very much. God bless you.